exactly. So like with all, I guess like we like to break the ice, but I feel we're already there. We'll go ahead with it anyway. So what we do when we have guests on, we like to ask three highbrow questions, and we need to stop saying them highbrow.
They're very highbrow.
They're very lowbrow.
They're not lowbrow, man.
We'll let you decide because the first one is, what is your favourite sandwich? Highbrow, told you.
I tell you what, actually, and it's weird because I can only get it here. You know your cheddar ploughamans that you lads do?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. I don't know why. Back home, you don't really get them. Back home, I mean, like Northern Ireland. But over here, just when I'm in, I don't know, most recently when we were at the airport there, I says the Anya, I was like, oh, fuck, they do cheddar ploughamans here. I don't know why, but it's
just like a Branston pickle with a thick cheddar.
That's it, just pickle and cheese. I'm just like, it's so simple, but fuck me, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, good.
Don't give them sandwiches in Northern Ireland.
They don't do cheddar. Well, it's not that common. They don't really do cheddar ploughamans over there. But when I was doing archaeology, like a lot of my digs or something, you know, you'd fuck off to the local whatever shop or garage they had, and they always had cheddar ploughamans, and I'd have that for my lunch every day. And it's just
nice.
It's a nice sandwich, like
satisfying
nice
cheddar as well on a cracker with Branston pickle in your mouth.
Oh,
it is nice. Satisfying, isn't it?
I'll take that.
The one thing as well is that unfortunately I have a bit of a disclaimer. Vegetarian. I know, sorry, nobody's perfect.
It's over. End the podcast. It's all over.
The Anya who you met before, I think what was hers, a ham sandwich or something.
Something like that, yeah.
I fucking bland.
Yeah, because Anya, if I'm rejogging my memory now, Anya said she was dead fussy.
Oh god, yeah,
and that's why she picked up lands, and we were looking at her like, no, surely no.
Don't she told yes, she has a real hatred of lettuce. She says it has a smell and a taste. I'm like, okay, it's a taste, but a fucking smell. And she's like, I know it smells.
Literally just crunchy water.
That's literally crunchy water.
Any sandwich is uplifted by fresh lettuce, man.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why she we had a Subway a couple of weeks back, and she's like, I could literally, I could smell it off you, and I'm like, what? It's fucking lettuce.
Is Anya one of them, like in a Subway, just gets like bread, meat, cheese?
Yep. No sauce.
Nope.
Get out the Subway, man. Get out the Subway. What are you doing in Subway?
I had a Burger King 2 days ago, and she has to specify,
take everything off it.
Take everything off it, just the meat and the pop. Maybe she doesn't like tomato. She she'll eat chopped tomatoes like at a passata or something, but she will not eat like sliced tomato as part of a thing. So just to trigger her, I'll go have a salad maybe after this podcast.
She's not veggie.
No, God, no. No, I've been a veggie for 13 years now, but okay, then controversial opinion. I don't like the in-your-face movement, like people who are all holier than thou.
Like the preachy everyone
type,
needs to be
anyone.
veggie. Yeah.
I've been a veggie for many years, but I would never force my views upon anyone. Ideally, I'd love everyone to think
to be
the same,
vegetarian,
for moral reasons and stuff. But I make my own choices.
It's not the world we live in, no, is it?
That's not the world we live in. No, we all have different opinions, different values and stuff.
Well, we've got something to tell you. I'm not sure if you know, Chris. Me and Ryan were vegan.
Were you?
For a bit.
For a year at least.
No, I did vegan for about a month. I was veggie for a year. I did vegan
for about 6 months and then veggie for about a year after that.
How did you manage?
It was just expensive.
It is.
It's so expensive.
Spenny. And I've said we had the stupid genius scales on. I went back because I felt like I was eating loads of processed food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was in the end thinking, a chicken breast has got to be better for me. Mm-hmm. For, regardless of the planet, than a veggie burger out of a box. It's got to be better for me. It's got less salt, less processed.
Yep.
And then I was just like, but I don't want to kill animals because I love them. I'm a big animal lover. I have loads of animals at home, and I was just like, in the end I was like, and then
it's one for me,
too hungry of a man too big of a person.
I tell you what it threw out to me though. I was like, I tried loads of stuff I'd never tried, loved it, and if I had like a personal chef who would cook me,
you would do
vegetarian, like really nice fresh cut meals all the time, I'd be veggie 100%. Because there was so much stuff I'd eat, like chickpeas, lentils, and like
falafel. I can't get enough of falafel.
I do love vegetarian. For like one of my favourite salads is just a simple caprese, man. Just mozzarella and tomato, olive oil, basil, but like it's I just like killing off a fucking surf and turf as well, you know.
No, I get that. No, completely get it. Anya's like at Wallam, so like I remember it was a while ago now, but she was down of a hangover. I know, shock, but she was down of a hangover, and I done her dinner, and I done these lamb. I don't know if they're lamb cutlets, lamb shanks, or whatever. So I done them for just as a get. I'm not eating it. It's all right, and same principle. If I ever have a couple of weigh-ins or a couple of kids, I would never be like, right, this is what you're going to eat.
This is what I eat.
I like, Daddy, I want to go get a Happy Meal. All right, fucking right, son, let's go get you a Happy Meal. You know what I'm saying? You want some check? I don't know. It's just like again, my choices. They're my own.
And then if they choose to be like veggie,
I found it dead hard as well to decipher the evidence on it. Like, what is the best for you?
No, I get that. It's actually kind of difficult for me. I have to take supplements every day. Iron supplements are a big one because I don't get enough iron in my diet. Protein as well because there's not a lot of protein.
It's dead hard to get a lot of protein.
It's very hard, so I take protein and iron supplements every day just to make sure that I'm not, collapsing.
I died on my moral hill. Literally.
Didn't kill one animal in 13 years, but I killed myself.
When they say you die on your hill, I took that to the fucking extremes.
You know what? Who the fuck's slamming out there,
There must be a beer delivery coming in. But right, so Cheddar Plowmans. So next question is, it's the famous question everyone asks. Dead or alive, you're hosting a dinner party, 3 people, who would you ask?
Dead or alive, 3 people at a dinner party?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You're cooking. You're hosting.
Let's see. One of the first ones would come to mind would probably be someone like. Let me think. See, you get lost. You go down. You go down all these different names.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, first off, maybe Stephen Hawking. He'd be an interesting one to have met. Just would love to have met him when he was alive. Just have such a mind.
Just
like
to poke.
that,
Just to poke his brain. Just be like, talk at me.
Talk
please.
at me, like, sure, because I love space. I love astronomy and astrophysics and all that. If I wasn't a historian, I would be doing something to do with space or something like that. It says the Onion as well, by the way. If we ever have a kid, where when you get like a kid, you get them, you tell them what you want them to be something when they grow up. We're going to get our kid to be involved with rockets. We're going to subtly influence them from a child. Wallpaper rockets everywhere and stuff like that. The wee spinny thing above their crib.
So like have people have like Project Mbappe, you just have Project Buzz Aldrin.
Gets to 18, what do you want to be? An hairdresser. It just didn't work.
Someone else. So we got Stephen Hawking. Maybe one of the ancient philosophers. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor. He'd be an interesting one because he's a very sad guy in history. He wrote a famous.
He's sad.
Very sad. He's you've heard of Stoicism, the Stoic movement.
Yeah.
Stoicism's kind of like very serious, very somber. And Marcus Aurelius is he's considered one of the great emperors. You ever seen the film Gladiator?
Yeah.
He's played by how do you call him? Your old man, isn't it? Something.
Is he the emperor in Gladiator?
He's the emperor, the old one. Not Commodus, that's his son. He's the bell end. Was his son in real life as well. But Marcus Aurelius was a famous philosopher emperor, and he wrote a book called The Meditations. And it was actually a private. He wrote it for himself. He didn't write it for people to read. And then we got it after he died. And it's actually really sad. It shows he was clearly very clinically depressed. And he had a very bleak outlook of the world and stuff like that. And I don't know. Part of me would love to meet...
then, Chris.
No. Not to me. Get him a couple. Get him a couple of poppers. He'd be happy.
Cheer up! We have fucking Stephen Hawking here, and you're fucking sad.
No, more of just like the talk. I don't know. Part of me when I'm thinking about it, it's just like to show him like technological prowess and stuff, and to show that no matter how sad you might think, humanity, the world perseveres, so it will continue on.
Like, look how you were so bleak about what was coming, but actually things didn't end up so.
I think he was also kind of bleak because it seems like he didn't want to be emperor, and he had it sort of foisted upon him to an extent. It was a very heavy burden of responsibility, and right around the time he became emperor, there was a huge series of crises around Rome, including the big plague, which killed his co-emperor, Lucius Verus, but also the Germans invaded, Germanic invasions, and I think it was the Marcomanni was the name of the tribe, and he spent the latter part of his entire reign just campaigning. He didn't want to, but he was forced to keep the frontiers secure. But a lot of his meditations were written when he was on campaign and stuff. But he's again, it's reading his words. He comes across as just kind of a, what's the word?
Melancholy. Yeah. He lived his life with a haze of melancholy every day.
That's it. And it's a shame because he seems like he had been a fairly decent fella. He just needed a bit of cheering up, you know. A very smart man as well. But so him and Stephen Hawking, just have him meet Stephen Hawking. He's like literally he's like more machine than human, and he's still positive.
This man is the most intelligent man ever, and he cannot speak.
This man is the most intelligent ever. He's got a disease where it's like a 5-year prognosis, and he's here. He's like 75 and he smiles.
Yeah.
Cheer up, mate.
Okay, so we've got Hawking. What's his
Marcus
name?
Aurelius,
yeah. And then
God, okay. Then I have to go off something that's not, like, you know, because these men are known for their intelligence and stuff like that.
A lot of people were picking, like, I won't influence you.
No. A lot of people might think of a celebrity or something, but
Kim K.
Who?
Kim Kardashian. Donald Trump.
You know what? Actually, I was thinking Donald Trump, and the only reason why is just so he could stand beside the next girl and go, just, amazing.
This is the best philosopher I've ever. What's he doing? This man right here, the greatest philosopher that's ever been. I was the greatest president. He was the greatest philosopher.
Period.
Stephen Hawking, greatest scientist ever. It's true. This right here is the greatest dinner table that's ever been.
his tiny wee hands with his big suits, you know, just ruffling like that.
Dr. Chris Cavanagh hosted this dinner party. The best archaeologist there's ever been. No two ways about it. These are all going to be in my future cabinet. Donald Trump. You know what I mean?
Spent far too much time pretending to be
I was saying,
Trump.
Chris, I become obsessed with the 2016 Republican debates.
Oh God!
Like the Conservative debates, because it is just a comedy fest.
It is.
And Donald Trump, no one had we knew of him, and he just people, and all the rest of them were acting dead serious and you know, the governments are spending too much money, blah blah blah. Wrong, totally and factually wrong. You're totally wrong. And then people like Jeb, you know, to Jeb Bush, George Bush's brother.
Jeb Bush,
he spoke and he went, wow, Jeb, you finally woke up. Yeah, sleepy Jeb. Yeah, and have you had some, you know, what drugs you had today, Jeb? Wow, Jeb woke up, everybody. And it was just the crowd just laughing. And it's how are you meant to fucking get one up on this fella? You know what I mean? He's just, Donald Trump. That's the maddest table ever. Stephen Hawking, Aurelius, and Donald Trump. A melancholy philosopher, a crazy narcissist nutcase leader, and one of the most intelligent physicists
people I've ever lived.
I like it. You know, that could be up there. You know, that's one of my favourites. I like it.
That'd be a mad party, and just me sitting in the background.
You giving them tea.
Watching this going,
this is the worst meal I've ever tasted in my life.
No, you know what? I will go with Donald Trump just for a laugh.
Just for the giggles.
To see what it would look
I like it. So the last question that we asked before we move into the main ep is, what's the worst job you've ever had? We've had some crap.
Civil service, hands down.
Civil service
job I've ever worked. I'm not an office worker. I can't stand office politics.
Is that what proper got you, was being in the office and that whole environment?
It's a wee bit more than that. When I was a bit of a school dropout after I'd done my GCSEs, I was just didn't do the best, and I just
fuck this.
I was a bit of a I was an arsehole when I was a teenager, getting into trouble, got into fights all the time, stuff like that there. Then, you know, fuck you, I make the rules, that sort of mentality.
Yeah.
But then I went into full-time work and I joined the civil service, and this was around the time when I've always loved history, I've always loved learning.
Was this still in Northern Ireland?
It's back in Northern Ireland, Belfast. I was working for the Department of the Environment. I'm not going to give away names or where specifically, but I was working as an admin assistant, just processing papers and stuff. I didn't fit in very well. I was the new lad in the office, and first off, I was a dick. As I said, I was pretty much still coming into my teenage sort of, mentality, and a lot of people are very serious, couldn't crack jokes, and because I was the new lad, you push the new lad, but if I pushed back because I had a short temper at the time, and then it would get me in more trouble because I didn't really understand office politics or how the rules worked, and it would just get me in more and more shit. And I got so bad that I actually developed my first epileptic seizure.
Shit!
I don't know. No, I turned out I'd been epileptic, but I just who knew? Until I keeled over and completely battered the shit out of myself.
What was
one day.
the stress of it bring it out?
I think it was something like that. There was still haven't figured out exactly what caused it. All I know is that I keeled over, and apparently Anya tells me I still have them in my sleep. So
So up until that point, you'd never had.
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. I just keeled over in the middle. I was actually playing the game. You know, I don't know if you're a video game, but do you know Fallout 3?
Yeah.
I was playing Fallout 3, the bit where you're running to get to the Brotherhood of Steel after the whole Project Purity spoilers. But and I just
some fucker watching 2 missions.
Oh no! But I'm looking forward to Starfield, by the way. Can't wait for that to come out, the new one, the Bethesda game. But anyway, I was playing that there, and I've been playing it for years. Lighting. No effects, don't do anything to me. But I just felt really sick all of a sudden. It was a Friday night, just come out of work, and I was feeling really down that day because I'd just been getting a lot
just
of
had a bad day in work.
Just had a bad day. As bad days go, it was really bad, and I just keeled over. I came to, and my ma says, "Son, you've had a seizure." And my dad was away with the army at the time, so it was just me, my mum, my brother, and my brother's mate in the house, and I'd managed to rip out some of my fingernails, tear out one of my toenails, and knock out some of my teeth.
How old was you, Chris?
Because I fell in between my bed and you know, one of the cupboards with like the wooden knobs, and bang, bang, bang. I mean, I can't remember much. It was, how old was I? I was about
18,
20.
Wow. I've exact same story. I won't name him because he doesn't want to be mentioned. One of my good mates, when he was 18, never had an epileptic fit in his life, and you usually associate it with. There's a few lads in our school who, when they were younger, and the dad did their whole life, and they were still doing it. And we were in a house party one night when like 18, all drinking and that, and he felt a bit off, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go, lads." And it's 10 o'clock. You know, when you're 18, you don't go out till 9, half 9. You meet it, and we're like, "You all right, lads?" He was like, I'm just gonna go home, boys. We've only been here for half an hour. Someone come and got him. And then like an hour later, his mum or someone contacted us from his family. It was like, he's had a fit. You know what I mean? And it was just like
mad, innit?
At that age, you just
literally
expect
the
that
best
you
way to
passed
explain it. There's just something's off. I can't even put it into words. Some people get weird. There's everyone thinks the stereotype you get it from flashing lights. It's not true. Majority of epileptic seizures are not caused by the strobe light.
Some people can have it from.
I know a girl that had it from when she heard a loud bang. Like, she'd keel over and have a seizure. I met a girl who had that there, and it's some people get it from stress, some people get it from exhaustion. There's so many different
exhaustion
triggers.
was one. The doctor was like, you need 8 hours definitely. If you don't get, and then if he doesn't get a long sleep the next day, he's very like cautious about how he's moving, and he tries to rest a lot because you know.
Well, you feel like you've run a marathon, so because all your muscles are going like that. So they are, so it's like, it's good.
He's in bed for days after it, he was like in bed for the whole day after once he'd done it. It's awful, man.
I used to crack, I have a very dark sense of humour, so I always found a way, like cracking jokes
make
about
light
it.
out of it, yeah.
So when I ever had a seizure, I'd say I'm not having a seizure, I'm having a flash dance and stuff like that, just, and...
well, break dance.
But I would
get the
crack
video
jokes.
camera!
I crack jokes to like friends and family. Occasionally one or two of my friends didn't know I was an epileptic. I cracked these jokes until they got offended, and then I dropped the bombshell afterwards. Going, I'm allowed to. I can say this. I can get away with it. But I don't know. It's a lot more manageable now. I haven't had any grand mals, or at least waking grand mals in a very long time. But Anya says I'm still flopping about occasionally
just
in
at
my
night.
sleep at night. And the thing is, I thought they'd died down for a long time, but until like about, I don't know, a year ago, she was telling me, you're flopping about in your sleep. I was like, since when? It might have been maybe the stress.
Since when you were lying?
Fuck yeah. It could have been the stress of the PhD, I don't know, but because that was when I was wrapping it up and stuff.
And everything ramps up and it's constant all the time type thing.
I don't know. Again, it's definitely much more manageable than it was at the very start. I remember they put me on certain medication, and it was absolutely it was Tegretol they put me on, and it turned me into a ghoul, like a zombie, sort of nearly drooling at the bloody mouth. So I hated it, never took it again. But other ones they're almost like the same effect that an antidepressant would have, the sort of neurosuppressant sort of thing. Kind of makes you very like
level
zen, apathetic.
Yeah.
But anyway, this to come back, this all started around the time I was working this job I absolutely hated. So the worst job I've ever worked in my life. Office job, civil service. We'll never do a job like that again as long as I live.